Hi, I'm Khaled.
And I'm Susan. This video will provide you with a clear understanding of the Canvas navigation course menu and how you can modify and optimize it for student success. The course navigation menu is a series of links on the left side of your course that will help you and your students access course content in the course site. You can choose to hide and reorder these navigation links depending upon the structure of your course. We like to think of these menu items as separate buckets where Canvas content lives. Quizzes go in the quizzes bucket, right here, and discussions go in the discussions bucket. And let's see, files, they go in the files bucket. When Canvas course sites are first created, they are empty. And I'm going to show you one, a very blank Canvas site. And every University of Minnesota course site is auto-generated, and every one of them are blank when you get them, like they look like this. You can see on the navigation here on the left-hand side that many items are available and open on the navigation menu. You'll notice these little icons right here. This is a visibility icon, and these either have content that's hidden from students or it has no content in them. You as the instructor can see all the items that are available in the course menu, but you're going to want to review the navigation options and decide which items you're going to make available for your students so it's easy for them to access and navigate the course materials. To change the navigation menu, simply go to the settings, which this is at the very bottom of your course menu right here, and you're going to get to know this area very well. When you click on that, in the center, you're going to see the Navigation tab. Here, you can drag and drop items to enable or disable them in the course site. So for example, I'm going to disable quizzes because I don't want my students to be able to see those. In the media gallery, as I'm dragging those items, they are now below the fold right down here. These are items that I've decided I don't want my students to see. You can also do things like disable or enable right here with this vertical ellipses. I'm going to disable. You need to remember to save at the very bottom, otherwise none of those items will actually be enabled or disabled.
Susan, I want to make sure that people know that by default, in a blank course site, nearly all items are set as visible to students. For accessibility and optimal usability, you should limit the number of items that students can see. Making everything available is overwhelming and often unnecessary. The saying, less is more, is very appropriate here. Reduce the course menu to only include the tools and buckets that your students need to access while using this course. So what should you hide and what should you show? For example, files is the area or bucket that houses all the course files, which can include documents, images, assignments, syllabi, or readings. Do your students need access to all these files? Typically not, especially if you keep the answer keys in the course sites. We recommend hiding this bucket from students. You can link to these files from the specific areas that they need to access them in the course. Then you can help the students navigate these files in a more logical and relevant way.
Khaled, that is so important to know. Thank you. A typical course could include announcements, syllabus, modules, grades, but it all depends on how you use Canvas, and you could also include things like assignments, discussions, My Media, collaborations. It really depends on what you are going to be sharing with your students. But a good rule of thumb here is to look at your course from the student view, and you can do that by clicking on Student View in the right-hand side, and then you can see the items that are available to your students. When you can see this course site from their perspective, it can help you decide what should be included in the course navigation menu that provides them with an efficient roadmap to your course site.